Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Candid Hub on Good News One TV, a place where we discuss issues that pertains to youth and relationship. So join us as we embark on this journey of candidness, where real people, real connection, and real stories hit the center stage. It is here that we celebrate the unfiltered, the unscripted, and the unabashed truths of our lives. My name is Momo Victor. So on the show today, we'll be discussing why we experience breakup in relationship. We started last time to discuss about the general perspectives on the matters of breakup. So today we shall be discussing the female's perspective of breakup. And with me in the studio, I have two beautiful ladies today. By my left, I have Faith, and by my right, I have Miracle. So you're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Glad to have you in the studio today. I'm curious. Let's discuss what is the essence of relationship. I'd like to begin with Miracle.
Oh, okay. Thank you for inviting me.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Okay. Talking about the essence of relationship, I feel like it actually differs. Like everybody has a different reason why they go into relationships. Some people go into relationship because they are bored. They need somebody to be with at that point in time. Some people go into relationship because they are looking for friends that they can benefit some things from. And some people go into relationship because, they really need that love. They really need that companionship. And then you choose to go into relationship. So I think there are a lot of reasons attached to
seriously. I think there are different reasons. I remember one time I entered into a relationship because I felt intimidated by my best friend. He got into a relationship and
wanted to be like mom.
He doesn't spend time with me again. He was just with, and I was like, no, I need to get into a relationship. So Faith, what do you have to say?
Okay, for me, I would say the essence of a relationship, for every relationship, especially when it's a Christian relationship, the end point should be marriage, because I see no reason why as a believer I get into a relationship and then I do not know my end points. Maybe like she said, like friends with benefits, maybe that's the reason. It's just maybe all about what I can benefit from the other person. Basically, they say friends with benefits, they are partners, like they have sex and all, and that's what the relationship is all about. But I feel for a Christian relationship, the sole purpose is it should end in marriage. It should not be something you just play around with. It should have a focus, and the focus should be marriage. So that's my point on that.
So it is important for us to note that for every Christian relationship, marriage should be the focus. That before we get into a relationship, it shouldn't be that our reason for getting into a relationship is because we are feeling intimidated, we are feeling like others are leaving us behind, or maybe we are looking for some form of companionship from somebody. You said benefits.
Friends with benefits.
Yeah, friends with benefits as well. It's like a common thing that we experience today. And so moving next to our next question now, if relationship is that beneficial, if relationship is like a step we take before getting into marriage, so why is it that we most times experience problems on our way to marriage? That is, in relationships. Why do we tend to face challenges and problems? Let me hear you, Faye.
Okay, I would say marriage is something that is ordained by God. And for everything that is great, there's this common saying that there must be something that will definitely fight it. So, talking about experiencing problems in relationships,
Yeah.
it comes because most times is to test that relationship, how strong and rooted that relationship is. Because okay, we get to see, maybe using believers as example now, God told you about somebody, you are convinced that this person is for you.
Yeah.
And then some certain things are setting in.
Yeah.
And it becomes an issue.
Yeah.
You get, now those things are actually coming to test. It's either to test your faith, to test your relationship, to know how convinced you were in the first place. But I know that, okay, if you want to say now outside the believers' context, there are so many reasons why people experience problems in their relationship.
Yeah.
Now, for some persons, it's because maybe their spouse tells lies. For some persons, it's because they could not just undo the compatibility issue they were having. So there are 1,001 reasons why there are problems coming out from a relationship. But I would like to wrap it up like this: but if it's for I'm not trying to say now that if it's for a believer's relationship, it will not have such problems. But I'm only saying that it will be at a very minimal level, because I see no reason why a God-fearing man would lie about so many things, saying that you're a new creature in Christ. You are not supposed to be associated with lies, you get. So for me, I feel like majority of these problems comes when Jesus is not the foundation of the relationship.
Okay.
So that's
okay. Mimi, now let's talk about the problems. I feel like we should talk about the problems first. Let's mention some problems. Like you feel.
Okay, for me, I think one major problem that we have in Christian relationship is this lie. Like, you are lying to be who you're not. You are faking it. Like, a lot of people, they are saying they are this, they are that, in order to like get somebody to them. But when you go into the relationship, you see that okay, it's not actually what it was. For instance, in the whole toasting process, a brother can come to you as a sister and claim to be this, that, is the second commandant in heaven, he's close to Jesus, he gives you all the whole scopings and everything. Then you come into the relationship, maybe he's trying to say something and you give your opinion, he's like trying to be an alpha male and maybe hits you or something, and you just see that, is this what I brought myself into? A lot of people these days tend to lie to cover up to be who they are not, until you come close, like you get into that relationship with them. That's when you begin to know who they truly are.
Let's discuss lies now. I'm not trying to defend guys anyway, but don't you feel a lot of guys are under pressure to lie because of the perspective that we females sell to them? Like you know, in church, in church, you see females trying to get to set a standard that these brothers cannot meet up to, and they'll be like, if you are not up to this standard, never, we cannot be in a relationship. And then most of them are forced into lying.
I actually think this whole creating of a standard kind of a thing is in the heads of the guys. Like, you get to see a lady dressed well. She's trying to look good. Probably she's working good. It's a thing for her to look good. And you are intimidated. Like, why would you do that?
No, I have seen real life situation.
Okay.
I want to be candid with you. I've seen real life situation in church. You meet a lady, maybe in choir or something, and she's like, I know you now, brother, so and so. I know you used to trek to church. You don't even have a car. You get me right? You don't even have anything. And you want to ask me out. Do you understand me? So they'll be like, these people in this place are not up to the standard. Do you understand what I'm saying, Faith? So let us know. Why do you think?
I feel now that's where this comes in. All ladies are not the same. It depends on the kind of lady you are going for. You get. So there are responsible ladies out there, and there are, sorry to say, some irresponsible ladies out there. Wherever you might like, it doesn't matter that maybe they're in church, that already tags them, like you get responsible and all. So as much as they are responsible ladies, like I said, there are still some that their mentality, their level of knowledge is low.
Yeah.
So you don't expect much from them.
So sorry to cut you. You're talking about responsible and irresponsible. So you're trying to let me know that if a guy with no class
No,
meets you just accept because
that's
you're
not what I'm saying.
Yes,
For me,
yes.
I feel like as a child of God, see, I'm not being all spiritual about this thing right
Yeah.
now, but I think I was listening to a tape by Apostle Joshua Seman, and he says some of you are not discerning enough. You just see a guy, and what you are seeing is 300 naira polo, the slipper self is 500. You get, and you've already downgraded this person, and in that person might lies like a potential to be a great king. Now, what I'm saying is, as much as you are trying to make your choices, carry God along. Seriously, it's very possible that that guy you are saying that is looking so anyhow now will become somebody great in the future. That's why they say never look down on anybody.
Wow.
Do you get? So for me, I feel like just carry God along, and then you have eyes beyond your physical eyes. You have your spiritual eyes, so you can actually see through that person and know.
Wow, interesting. So you are looking at me. Maybe, do I look like
I'm
somebody?
trying to see through.
Wow. Okay, you were talking about somebody with purpose, right? You were saying that there are persons that might not look like they have anything, but they do have
Sorry
purpose.
to cut you, because sometimes you might have a conversation with this person, and then you'll be like, my God, is it this person that is dressed like this that is
reasoning this way?
Maybe what do you have to say about getting into a relationship with a person of purpose?
Okay, for me generally, I'm one that, even with my friends, I like hearing people's future plans, like what you have in store, what do you want to achieve. So like it's somehow like being with a guy and then he's just there. He does not have plans for the future. You know, there are lots of people that they are just, I don't know, when you are having conversations with them, you are not even seeing the purpose in what they are saying. You are not seeing any ambition. You are not seeing any future in what they are saying. They are just there, following the flow and everything. For me, I don't advise anybody to have a thing with somebody like that. If you are going into a relationship with somebody, going into a relationship with someone that, like she said earlier, that is direct. You want a relationship with me, this will lead to marriage. Not someone that is here to play with you and all of that, but someone that has the future already arranged and is just looking for someone to follow God's will and go through that purpose. I think that's
so
why
we should get into a relationship with open eyes, and our eyes should be able to detect purpose. If the person has purpose or is pursuing purpose. So let me ask you a very funny question. This candid hall, guys. So let's be candid right now. So have you experienced breakup before?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
I've experienced breakup.
Would you like to be very candid with us today and tell us what's up? Why?
Okay, it's actually not so serious, but it's actually serious. Okay, so the guy said that I was not being serious. Like, he said I play a lot. When he's trying to be serious, like talk about serious things, and I'm just laughing and playing. Whereas it's my nature to just like
jovial.
to just laugh and play. So I was actually shocked that can actually be a reason for someone to leave a relationship. But, you know, most times when these things happen, just see beyond that. For me, I saw beyond that. Like, God has a reason for it.
You've actually moved on. Oh, that's great. So Faith, now to you. Have you experienced breakup before?
Yeah.
The way you guys laugh when I ask this question. So what's up? Can you be candid with us?
Okay, I would say for me, I wasn't saved. I was the one that saved the breakfast.
Wow.
So, but it was for a good reason, though. Now, for me, I had issues with lies. I think that was my number one reason why I had to. It was a big red flag for me because I see no reason why I'll be in a relationship with you and you cannot be sincere with me and just tell me how things are. And again, I would say another reason again was compatibility.
Yeah.
Compatibility was a big issue for me, and these are some of the things I discovered while we're in the relationship. So I just saw it as it's a turn off. I had to save the breakfast.
Okay. Wow. And you're proud to accept it.
It's
At
for
least
good.
it's good.
Yeah,
I
it's
did
for
it
good.
while I could because forever is a long time to stay
Yes,
in
no.
regrets and all. So I'm proud of myself.
Okay, so I will not be candid on the show. I will not talk about mine. Okay, so let's go ahead. Talking
So
about
that's like a partiality, not talking about yours and then you asked us. We would like to know yours.
all right, so we'll talk about that in
Another
the show.
time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now
Okay.
talking about compatibility, you mentioned compatibility, very serious issues, guys. Talking about compatibility, let's talk about genotype.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Compatibility in terms of genotype.
genotype.
Yeah. We've had issues like that. It's an issue now that is rampant within the church circle, even outside the church circle too as well, where we see people with compatibility issue regarding genotype. Some persons go ahead to get married, they don't care, while some other persons actually care about it. So maybe can you share?
Okay. This genotype issue, it's a lot though.
Yeah.
Not like I've experienced it though, but I know of someone that was really, really in love with her partner. Like everything was going on smoothly. They started counseling in church, and then genotype issue came up, and they were not compatible.
Yeah.
And then she was like, they can go ahead with the wedding. They will marry, but they will not give birth. They will adopt children.
Yeah.
That was what they said.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, I don't think I would want to go into a relationship with someone that our genotypes are not compatible.
Yeah.
It should be the first question you ask. Or when you're in a relationship, somebody is coming.
Yeah.
You people should start this conversation so you will not go and start falling in love and be
Seriously,
going that way, and
and then-
you will now find out later, and it's now very hard for you, and you come and
Yeah.
give birth to children that will continue getting angry and they will not be happy with you again.
Yes.
So I think you should really, it's something that we all really need to look into.
Mhm.
When you have a partner that you are not compatible with, like based on genotype,
Yeah.
I think it's something you should just move out. Like it's not the person will understand. The both of you understand, you move on.
Yeah.
Trust me.
You think okay? The question should be: do you think genotype should be a problem now? Because you mentioned the story right now, and then you made us understand that this couple decided to go ahead,
Yeah.
and the consequence of getting married to a wrong genotype partner is that you have to give birth to a child that is a sickler.
Yeah.
Right? And they made a decision that we'll go ahead but won't have children of our own. So should that be a problem? It shouldn't be.
It's a problem, oh.
Okay.
It's a big problem.
They are not actually. They decided that they're not having children of their own.
Hey,
So-
how will I marry and not have a child?
Okay.
my
Faith,
own.
let's hear you.
For me, I believe maybe it's because it's convenient, like it's cool for them, and that's why they know what they can actually handle. And it could still be that in the long run, it's turn into an issue for them because the whole love thing and all. So they are just all about it for now. But for some persons, they can actually be like that and they are comfortable with it. But for me, it's a capital no. Because, okay, personally, I would say I've had a family member that went through all of those stuff, and I saw my my cousin, and then I was just shedding tears. Why? Because this small baby was in pain.
Yeah.
Why? Because of this same genotype
Parents.
issue. See, I would say my genotype is that one they tag the hot cake. But still, I still get to ask that what's your genotype? Like for me, I feel like I don't even need to ask, but I still get
But
to
you
ask.
still
So
need to.
how much more you that knows that okay, you're at risk for not asking because you know what might be the outcome. So for me, it's a no. Like it's a no. I've seen cases though that people will be like the genotype changed, but for me, I know miracle no dey tire Jesus. Shebi, yes, Jesus can actually do it. But for me, I would advise let Jesus do it before the marriage. Don't go into the marriage. The Jesus that did not do it before that marriage, it's a sign that you should not go into it. Let him do the miracle before the marriage. Because so many, you see some believers, they'll be like, let's just go into it. I trust God. You are trusting God before the marriage now. So why should he not do it before the wedding? And then there is a fixed date already. So I believe if Jesus wants to, it should happen before, because I've seen miracles like that happen, but it was before. You get.
I think even churches that put this thing in play, like you have to go for your genotype test before you get married. There's a reason for it.
Of course,
yes, there's a reason for it. So it's a church. They will not just lead you to do something that will not favor you. They know what they are doing.
Yeah, they know the danger.
You know, recently I was in the hospital and then a woman came with her child. I think the child is a sickler, and you know, she began to, I think she was frustrated, and she began to shout on the girl and be like, you are the cause of my problem. I'm tired of you. And I'm like, auntie, calm down. You are the mother. You were the one who brought her into the world. She didn't choose to be here. And the innocent girl was crying. I was already feeling bad for the girl, because you know some of these kids go into depression and they'll be like, I'm putting my parents in serious financial trouble, I'm giving them problem, I should just take my life, and many more. So we see people like that. So I believe that genotype is a very, very important issue, something that should and must be discussed in every relationship. If you're talking about getting married, except you do not want to get married, but if you must get married, then genotype should be something that must be discussed. So now let's do ladies. You know, this is a ladies talk. You understand? I'm the only guy in studio. This is a ladies talk. Now, regarding the guys, let's talk about the guys now. Okay. What are some funny reasons you've heard from guys that as ladies, it's funny to you how they just wake up one morning and say, hey, because of so and so, we're breaking up. Because of so and so, I'm not interested. I don't do it again. Let's hear you, Mimi.
Guys can actually be very funny. Because one thing that you are seeing as if it's nothing, to them they'll take it as something serious. Okay, let me just say two things quickly. Okay, one, some Christian brothers will say she cannot kabash enough. That's a reason. I've heard of somebody like that left a girl because he feels the way she's praying is not how a Christian lady is meant to be praying. Like she's not. So he left her. And it was very funny because if you even look at the guy, it's not as if he himself, he looks like someone that can. He has this mentality of the lady should be able to pray when he goes to work. She should pray for the family, everything, all these things. And it was somehow. Another funny reason is the size of the lady. Like it's very funny. A guy can break up with a girl because she's skinny. She's not like evil skinny. She's not as chubby as he wants. She's not this. See, she's too fat. She's this. Her stomach is too big. All this kind of weird reasons. She's not fair. He likes a fair lady. She like it's somehow.
It's funny.
They should really settle down and know what they actually want and stop confusing themselves.
It's funny, you know. Sometimes you see a guy will be like, you are becoming fat. If you don't work on this thing, this relationship will end.
But I go now, like that's still everybody's holding you down.
Okay, Faith.
Okay, for me, I would say one of the funny reasons I've seen is tribe. Like they'll be like, why is she Ibira? Because she's Ibira by tribe. I cannot get married to her. One funny reason again why guys can just wake up one morning and they'll be like, okay, your tribe, my family, they want me to marry a Yoruba person and Kai, you are Igala, and for that reason, I cannot do this relationship again. And I'll be like, you did not know from the beginning before you even asked the lady, and why should it even be an issue? You get? So that's one of the reasons. Then another, you get to hear something like, I'm not your mate. Am I supposed to marry my mate? Yes, am I supposed to marry my mate?
Yeah.
So you be like, I'm not your mate. There's a way you're supposed to worship
That's
me.
very
There's a
true,
way you're
yeah.
supposed to
Yeah.
address me. Like, why did you just speak like that? You're supposed to add sir. Why did you address me? Odogu. So those are some of the funny reasons why.
This age thing is really, really serious. Like you just stay. Maybe you call somebody in the morning,
Yeah.
like, good morning, babe, and they are telling you say sir instead. Like you will even be feeling
21st
somehow.
century,
You will be feeling
But
somehow as a lady.
I believe that, okay, this age, this whole respect and honor stuff, you know, a guy naturally loves to be respected.
I don't have a problem with
Yes,
that. Even the
yes.
Bible has
Yes,
said that,
yeah.
that's what we
Ladies
ladies
should
are meant to
submit.
do. We are meant to
Yes.
submit to the
Yeah.
guy.
But
I'm
don't
not arguing that.
take it to the
But
extreme
age,
and
any small thing you want to say, they will say,
I'm not-
yeah, I don't blame you. You are acting like you're
Yeah,
not
like a
matured.
child.
Yeah, like a child.
Because I'm old. Okay. So now let's talk about culture. The issue of
Okay.
culture you raise now. We usually see this even in church, in the church space now, where people will say, you cannot marry this tribe. Like, our tribe cannot marry this tribe because we don't like them,
Like
or
them.
our tribe don't connect. So maybe.
Yeah, true. It happens a lot. But for me, I don't really have a problem with tribe
Yeah.
at all because, okay, you're from my family. My mom is from Imo
Yeah.
and my dad is from Gombe State.
Yeah.
Like, there was no issue with them. So why would I now want to start? Like, I don't have a problem with anybody at
Yeah.
all. Like, for me, it's not a problem. But I know a lot of people that they will say, no, I cannot marry this person. Like, okay, when you check, like, I think it's Anambra State, for instance, most of them don't allow, like, marriage from other states. You must marry somebody that's from here. But for me, I think it's not right. It's not good. We are all one in the body of Christ.
Yeah.
We are all meant to, like, go ahead with the flow, be one as we are meant to be, and not cause any division amongst ourselves.
Yeah.
Like,
So what's your thoughts, Faith?
for me too, I don't have a problem with maybe I was married from this particular place
tribe.
and all. I just believe the standard the Bible has set is you should be a believer.
Exactly.
So long as you're not marrying outside
Yeah.
your faith, for me, I feel it's cool and it's something to go with. So I see no reason why some persons will just be like, it's either you yourself personally or your parents will be like, no, you cannot go to this particular place and marry from there. I know there are some reasons though why some parents tend
Do
to
that.
not want their children to get married from a particular place because of maybe the particular culture
particular
and
experience
all.
they've
Yeah,
had or
so
something.
because of that, they just say it's a no for them.
Yeah.
But for
It's
me,
not good.
I feel anywhere it's
We're all heirs of the kingdom, so the only barrier I should see is you being with someone outside the kingdom.
Yeah.
But as long as we are all children of God,
Yeah.
we can all be traced down to one lineage.
Yeah.
You check it, so we are still one.
I feel that one of the reasons why a lot of persons have issues with culture is that those things they do, maybe during the marriage or maybe of the wedding or after the wedding, maybe some practices
Okay.
maybe some practices
Yeah, some people
are not
do.
cool, you understand, some
Yeah.
practices
Yeah,
are not
true.
consistent with.
Yeah.
So we're actually agreeing that the reason why we should get married shouldn't be any cultural barrier.
yeah.
So actually you can get married to anybody, even outside Nigeria here.
Anywhere.
Indian lady.
Anywhere.
The truth is, just make sure you are getting married to a believer.
Yeah.
As a believer, just make sure you are getting married to a believer, someone that fears the Lord, someone who is sound, and not someone who pretends.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
you know,
a lot of people
there are
are
a lot of
pretending
persons
to be
that pretend.
priests.
Yeah. So as we round off now,
Okay.
I would just want to say something. Tell if you had the opportunity, 30 seconds to say something to somebody watching. Faith, what would you say?
Okay, I would say for either believers out there and even the unbelievers, if you are going into a relationship, like we said, like we said from the initials, that it should be that your focus is marriage. The world has turned this old dating and courtship thing into something else. Like you get to see so many persons doing a lot that is outside of God. So I'll say, let your focus be that it's heading into marriage. You are going to the altar.
Okay, thank you, Faith.
Okay, so
And
for
then-
me, quickly, I would like to say that first you should have a solid relationship with God, because when you have a strong relationship with God, He's going to lead you to the person that you are meant to be with.
Yeah.
A relationship with God should be 100, no 99, no,
No,
100. That way, God will lead you to the right partner, and if eventually you are served breakfast, give God the glory because He allowed it to happen. Don't go and force things. So,
all right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm glad to have you today in the studio.
Thank you for
I
having
hope
us.
we have this session another time.
Yeah, very good.
Thank you so much. So, guys, that is it on Candid Hub today. We hope to see you next time, and make sure you do subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on all our social media platforms. Stay blessed. My name remains Momo Victor.